I don't know, but I think I liked it.
I am a confused bean. A very confused
You're always confused with half of the movies I put on anyway. What makes this one so different?
I never understood any of it.
You didn't understand any of it.
So this will be fun to talk about.
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay. Clearly the smarter one of the two.
Hey! And today we're going to be talking about the 2002 film Punch Drunk Love.
Yes, indeed.
Another Adam Sandler film because...
It's not. It's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It just happens to star him.
Still, Jay is an Adam Sandler whore.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
He's basically the Adam Sandler enthusiast.
I am.
Because he fucking loves these movies.
But I haven't seen like half of his movies, though.
Which I find funny.
You can't call me the Adam Sandler enthusiast. I've only
Well,
seen
compared
like
to me,
half.
you are.
Yes, but still. I like to try to show you good movies of his.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, so why don't you explain what Punch Drunk Love is about? And there will be spoilers in this, so just a heads up.
It's about a man named... Adam
Barry.
Sandler plays a man named Barry who's trying to start a business. I forgot what it particularly was. Some type of business. Because it gets really weird. I think it had something to do with lights. I don't remember. But that's not the focus. He gets scammed by a call girl service. And it's kind of a suspenseful thriller, but it's also kind of a romance with Emily Watson. And,
yeah.
And it's like him dealing with, like...
the side effects of that.
Not really the side effects, because they kind of hit it off, like, right away. It's just him dealing with the shitty things in his life, but in a weird, abstract way that I can't really say is artsy. It's just kind of...
weird.
It's just kind of out there. It's like stutter cinema in a way, a little bit, because it's weird.
Honestly,
I don't even know how to interpret this movie.
Honestly, I can't either.
I guess it's similar to not real life, but it kind of plays out like, I don't know.
It plays out like a rom-com. A very weird rom-com.
A suspenseful rom-com, you would say? Because I was uncomfortable throughout a lot of it.
I was more confused for the whole thing. Personally, for me, I was more confused for the whole movie because they don't explain anything.
They don't.
They don't explain anything.
They just put you right in it.
Huh?
They just put you right in it.
They give you no explanation, no backstory or anything. All we know is that Barry has issues. Yes. We don't know what kind of issues. He just has issues. His sisters, he has 7 sisters, mind you.
He has 7 sisters who all love to bully the shit out of him.
Pretty much. And he apparently likes to beat up his surroundings. Not people, mind you, but his surroundings.
He likes to punch things.
To basically get out his anger. And I'm just like...
and...
what am I watching here? Like, I genuinely was confused for the whole thing, because, like, it gave no context whatsoever. I want to see someone's deep dive of this movie, to be honest.
I'm sure there is, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of... I'm sure someone has it. Someone has it that's, like, more than me. The reason why I find it... I like it, because it was confusing in a way that, horror, like you're scared, but you're scared in the best way. This made me so uncomfortable and so confused at the same time, but in the best way, where I'm kind of like, I like the, there's other things that pull me in that I really love, like the cinematography, the script, the line delivery, the acting as well. And it's just like the rest of the stuff pulls me in, that I'm willing to kind of be immersed into this world of uncomfortableness and confusionness, while also trying for them to tell like a suspenseful romance, is what I think it's basically like that. It's like it's a suspenseful movie with romantic parts in it, because the romance doesn't even come until like halfway into the movie.
Yeah, like basically the first half is like trying to understand Barry, even though
even then the romance is like happens like immediately, like they're already head over heels for each other,
which I also find crazy.
Like they want, like in their own strange like world, they finally two weirdos found each other, and they don't want to let each other go. Like,
which I don't blame them for, especially because the world is fucked anyways.
I mean, the world is just weird, and it's like screwed up. Everyone thinks that they're weird, and like, or at least they think Barry's weird.
Which
like everyone,
he kind of is.
He is weird. He's like, he just like, he's just. No one, like, everyone thinks that he's stupid. Everybody takes advantage of his stupidity.
Which is sad.
Or his mental illness, even though, like, he doesn't like to be treated that way.
He just wants to be treated like a normal person.
Yeah, but he can't get rid of it,
Yeah.
He can't, like, suddenly, like, stop being the way that he is.
And it's also kind of weird because one of the sisters, I don't know what her name is.
I fucking hate that bitch.
She is, yeah, I agree. She was a fucking bitch.
She was like questioning like every single thing that he did, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been around people like this, and they're such narcissists, and I hate them, and I want to fucking kill them.
And I'm just like, dude, just leave him be.
Yeah.
He's just trying to exist. Like, well, he does have issues that need to be addressed. I will say that. He's an undiagnosed man that definitely needs some kind of diagnosis to at least feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because some people kind of need the diagnosis, in my opinion, while some people don't need a label.
That much of a romance. It's just kind of a setting up for a romance that we don't get to see happen.
Which is kind of sad, especially because...
It just kind of is that. It's just, it feels more like a lonely, messed up man meets someone who doesn't think that he's messed up.
Which is crazy.
Like, and that is so interesting to me. And doesn't scream romance at all, because every single person that has ever seen this movie is like, oh, it's a romance. It's like a loving, like, start to finish romance.
But no, and it's kind of more like a psychological thing.
It's a psychological, like...
It's a psychological thriller with romance aspects.
I said it was a fever dream, and you totally agreed with that.
Yeah,
the way
definitely
that it's
fever
like shot and stuff. It's like it's kind of like the camera's always floaty everywhere, and it's like always
there's so many lights, like colors.
There's so many
lights.
lens flares. That's the fucking Steven Spielberg would be jealous of, like.
Which surprises me as well. Like there's,
but it's beautiful. It's beautifully shot. Like I love the way that it's shot.
Me too.
I love like.
They did well with this.
It's so good that I'm like confused.
At the same time,
I'm confused of why it is this good. I'm confused.
And this came out like 2002.
Yeah.
So this came out like years ago.
Yeah, and like. I don't know what reception it got in 2002. It seems like people are more mixed on it.
Which I can understand.
But it does get great reception. Like for now, like it's been getting, like I feel like when the movie came out, it was more mixed than anything, and now it gets great reception from people. I will ask, in terms of the Adam Sandler dramatic roles, because you haven't seen all Funny People, so I'm not counting that. Like between this and Uncut Gems, what do you think?
I do think I feel like Adam Sandler does better in these dramatic roles compared to just being the silly dad guy. Personally, I feel like he shines more with these dramatic roles, at least from my experience watching him do Uncut Gems. Like I feel like he does better with this, in my opinion.
He could be a very unhinged, angry person.
He is very unhinged in this. I will say that.
He was in Unhinged and Uncut Gems too. Yeah. He was like gambling addict.
Like, give Adam Sandler more roles like this, and I probably have a little bit more respect for him. Give him more roles like this. Honestly. Like, these are the kind of roles that I feel like he thrives in. But that's just me.
Maybe, but like, I think there's a reason why he doesn't do these things that often. I don't know what the reason is, but I think there might be a reason. He picks these roles very
precisely.
Peculiar. It's very peculiar of how he picks these roles.
Has he ever said anything
like,
in an
and all of it
about
has to be, all of them has to, like, I noticed in all of the movie roles, he picked, like, a dramatic movie roles, he picks a very broken man. And I don't know if it's something that he sees in himself as, but I guess, like, it's one of those things to where all comedians always have to talk about something, like, something that has, like, made them do comedy in their lifetime.
I'm genuinely
curious. Which is normally a tragic thing that has happened in their life.
Yeah. Can I say this, though? I am genuinely curious to find out how he decides what roles he wants to do half the time, because some of them, like, are interesting. Like, some of the roles he wants to do. I want to know, like, his thought process, genuinely. Yeah. Like, where he... I will say this, though. He is an interesting actor. I will give him that.
He's a very interesting actor, and he can pull off some fucking...
interesting roles.
Interesting, dramatic roles.
Do I feel like...
like, I showed you the clip 1,000 times. That scene in Click where he's saying goodbye to his dad...
Yes, like, you showed me that so many times.
And he keeps pausing on that moment, but it's just so perfect. And I think it's just such a, like, holy shit. Like, like, he can do some dramatic shit very well. And I think I go back to that scene because that's the only time where he isn't playing a broken man, but he's acting very sad. I don't know.
But he's not a broken man, though. He's just sad.
He was just sad in that scene because it was the last time he would see his quote-unquote dad in the movie.
I will say this, though. Like,
I don't know.
I need to see, like, he needs to do some kind of interview about his thought processing and shit, because I'm not going to lie.
I'm sure he has.
This is interesting.
I'm sure he has, but, like, you know.
What? Okay, I do have a question, though. So, since you really like showing me these Adam Sandler fucking movies, one of these days, we should just do an Adam Sandler month. So that way... like,
then I had to sit through the other ones, and there's only, like, 2 other good Adam Sandler movies that I want to show you.
Oh my gosh, he says the one who keeps showing me all of them.
Yeah, but there's only, like, a few left, and I don't know if I want to show, like, a whole month of that. And I was like, oh, we're gonna get rid of all the Adam Sandler movies from then. You know?
Or, like, an Adam Sandler week, at least.
I don't know, maybe, but, like, then what other fucking movies can I show you that he does good in? I don't know.
You're the one who's the
And it's all the shitty movies now, and I don't know if I want to show you all the shitty movies.
Says the one who has, like, so many Adam Sandler movies literally in our roster.
Oh, my God.
It's not even funny.
If you continue talking like this, I'm going to show you Freddy Got Fingered.
No, I hate that.
Shut up. You haven't even seen it. It could be a masterpiece for all I care.
Says the one who always shows that part that, Daddy, would you like some sausage?
There's a lot more incredible moments than that. Than Daddy, would you like some sausage? Okay,
I am not looking forward.
There's a lot more bitter moments, and trust me, you think this is a mindfuck? Wait till you watch that movie. That's a total mindfuck.
Oh, good lord! Jay likes to show me all the mindfucks. Like,
that's the grossest mindfuck, I think.
Ew. Oh lord. Anyway, back to Punch Drunk Love.
Yes, back to that.
So, what did you think about Emily and Adam's chemistry? Because I actually liked their chemistry.
It was alright when it was on screen. I did think that was the focus of the movie, though. Like,
definitely.
It just wasn't for me. It was, like, just how weird they were everything was just going, it was just how weird and, like, snappy it was that kept my entertainment, really. It was just...
Yeah. It's just crazy.
It was just, like, you know, a much snappier version of just someone's messed up...
sense of humor.
Life. Or trying to portray life.
Or trauma or something.
In, like, a very stressed, depressing way.
Honestly. I will say this, though. This is one of the more interesting Adam Sandler ones you've showed me. Like, I wouldn't mind...
This ain't even Adam Sandler. It's fucking Paul Thomas Anderson.
I'm used to saying Adam Sandler, okay? I'm sorry.
Roles. You could say roles.
This is one of the more interesting roles you've shown him in. And honestly, I do think it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie for what it is. Do I understand half the shit? fuck no.
Of course not. You don't, because you don't look that deeply into like.
I try to
symbolism or.
I try to
how like script structures are.
The one time I tried to do it in this
analysis.
Okay, when you did the first symbolism when she's in the red and he's in the blue, I was like, okay,
that's obvious. But that's obvious though.
And then when I tried to do the symbolism for the other one, where it's like, oh, she's wearing white, that means purity, sure. And you were like, no, you're overthinking it.
That's not. But I didn't think that was what it was trying to symbolize when she was wearing white.
Then what do you think it was trying to symbolize?
I don't think it was trying to really symbolize anything. Because the movie wasn't showing any action, like anything that she was like doing that was any different than what she was doing before. So that's why I didn't think about it. Like when she's first introduced, like, yeah, I see it, but if a character's not acting, if they're like in different clothes and they're not acting any differently, then I don't really pay attention to it.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was just noticing more of the fact that everyone was just talking shit, like
to him. Which I think is
sad. And when, like, he was all stressed out, the music would just go fucking haywire, and you could barely hear a fucking thing that was going on, which is why I had to put on subtitles. And it was like, is this just what's going on in his head? Like, everything is just, like, a stressed, fucked up world in his head? Like, is this what's happening right now?
Or is this, like, his imagination?
No, I don't think it's in his imagination. I just think that that's just how the world works.
Yep.
I think that's just how people, like, you know, like, just how the world is and how, like, you know, he's, like, you know, just fully engulfed in what, like, you know, people think of him. And the one time he meets somebody who doesn't think that way, he just holds on to them and grabs them and, you know,
holds them to never end.
And lucky for him, she's fucking weird as shit too. So
at least it kind of balances it out.
Kind of a little bit, and then like you don't even get to see what that boss is into, and they're just like, we're gonna leave. Like, we're gonna go and travel together. Whatever the fuck that means. You don't know if he's gonna abandon his job or anything, or like his responsibilities, or not be in contact with his fucking fuck-ass family anymore. Like, you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means. You just,
it's left up to interpretation for, like, most of this movie, and it's kind of like...
I don't know why the fuck it kept, sometimes, like, the transitions kept coming back and showed, like, psychedelic colors. I don't know what that means, but I liked it. I liked how it was.
When we have a chance to, you need to find someone analyzing this movie, because if anyone knows what this movie means, please tell me, because I would like to know.
But Mario, it can mean a lot of things. That's the whole point of film analysis. Like, you can interpret anything from this movie. You can interpret him as a fucking crack dealing hoe, and like I'm sure someone has done that.
Also, I still feel like that. Like, I still can't believe that one guy didn't even beat the fuck out of him. I'm genuinely surprised at that. He just like stared at him.
He just stared at him, and he was like, "You didn't call the cops about this, right?" He was like, "No, okay,"
and then just walks away.
That's it.
Walks away. Nothing.
That's it.
I thought he was gonna get punched out, or he was gonna punch the other guy.
That was legendary though, when Philip Seymour Hoffman and Adam Sandler were having a stare off. That was fucking legendary. Rest in peace, his soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that's kind of like, oh my god, these are two legends meeting. These are two legends in the same room, and they're never going to be in the same room ever again. But
anyway, do you have anything else to say about this? Or
it's just fucking weird, but I liked how weird.
It's weird, but you liked it.
Yes, this is going on my like best movie list of all time, and I don't even know why.
Really?
I have like a ton of movies that I have on my best movie list.
Are you eventually going to do your own video about that? Because I feel like you should.
I don't know.
You should.
I don't know. But there's so many movies that, like, I want to still watch. And, like, you know, I still want to watch. It's too early for me to, like, think about that. But, like...
When you do that,
I don't know. I just found it weird and stuff. And I want to, like, try and watch it again and, like, see if I can find anything else, like, weird about it. Because normally the first viewing of whenever I watch movies, I get a totally different thing from...
When you watch it again later.
When I watch it again. And I just, like, when I love a movie, I will keep analyzing it. And I'll, like, see, like...
I feel like you're going to keep analyzing the fuck out of this.
I don't know if I have the time, yeah. But, like, I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. I think there's great performances in this movie.
Okay. Anything else to say before we rate the movie? Well,
kind of reminds me of a little bit of other directors, but I don't have a confirmation for that. I really don't, so I'm just going to not say it, but it kind of reminds me of a feeling.
My Bean's little rambling moment.
Yes, my Bean's little rambling moment. But it kind of reminds me of, like, other, like, abstract movies that are kind of like this, but not really.
You don't want to say what they are?
I don't know. Because those movies are totally different, but kind of in, like, the same
Is it because you want to save the idea in case you want to explain it?
No, because I haven't seen this particular other director's work, or, like, I haven't seen his other movies. Maybe they're just as weird as this one. I have no idea. I'll probably put his other movies on here to see if I can, like, if they're just as fucking weird. Probably.
My goodness.
Probably. But, yeah. What's your rating for this?
Personally for me, but despite it being very confusing, it was alright.
It was alright?
It's not bad. I'm just more confused. I wish I understood this a little bit more, because I feel like I would have a better rating if I understood this.
You didn't get much enjoyment out of being confused.
For me, here's my thing, and I'm going on a slight tangent.
Okay.
I'm one of those people. I have to know a general idea of what is happening. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck I'm understanding here. So I'll give an example. When we reviewed Mad Max Fury Road with the Barbie movie, I never saw any of the other ones to begin with. So I was honestly very confused for the whole thing. I'm one of those people.
I just told you it was a post-apocalyptic movie with cars. That's all I knew about it.
Here's my thing. I have to see the series from the beginning to kind of understand shit.
Okay.
Unless it's a really, really old movie. Can I finish?
What's his name?
If it's like a really, really old movie, then that's different. Mm-hmm. But, like, if it's one that's been within the last, like, 20-something years, like, they had, like, something... Because my friend actually told me that there was 3 other movies before that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's why I'm confused. Because you're showing me, like, the 4th movie.
Oh, God, because it's the only one I've seen.
I still didn't understand
it. And I think that like, I saw it, and I, like, the first time, I didn't see the other ones, and I understood what was going on.
That's just how I interpret stuff. Like, if you get me to watch a movie.
But this has nothing. It's just a single movie.
I mean, for, like, a franchise.
Okay,
for, like, a single movie, it's kind of different, and I just need a general understanding of what I'm getting into. Okay. It doesn't even have to be much.
I didn't know I was getting into this. I watched, like, half of it, like, a long time ago. I barely remember it. What makes you think that I'm going to remember, like, how weird that this movie is?
Let me I guess explain.
I might as well watch it for the first time right now. I don't remember.
Like, here's my thing.
I don't know. The only thing I knew about it was because this was a romance, and I thought that's what the movie was, a romance. But no, it's not a romance.
I will say this. So, you don't even have to give me, like, a full in-depth synopsis. Just give me, like, a little bit of context, like, okay, this guy has autism, or this guy's, like, ADHD.
I don't know.
Then I would be
going into movies blind, okay?
I don't mind getting into movies blind. I just, depending on what it is, like, this is one that you could have gave me a little bit of,
I don't know. I didn't know any of that, okay?
I know.
I didn't know any of that. But even if I didn't give you any information, like, I'm just saying, as somebody who was confused and didn't know why they made the choices they did, I still enjoyed it.
I still thought it was all right. I still thought it was all right.
I
just wish I could have understood it a little bit better, but that's it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Minus that.
Okay.
Minus that.
Okay.
It's like a 6 out of 10 for me.
It's like a 6 out of 10 for you?
Yes.
Damn.
If I had a little bit more understanding, I would probably give it like a 7.5. But because I didn't understand most of this movie...
You like more simpler movies, and I like more complicated movies.
I like complex movies if they're going to give me at least a little bit of explanation.
What's the most complicated movie you've ever, you've actually liked?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's too complicated.
I like to understand a little bit before I get into something.
Okay,
just
but
give me a little bit
I
of
did
background.
not know. I thought this was literally pitched as a Sandler / Watson romance. I was literally, I didn't know it had this fuckery going on.
I get it, and I forgive you, and that's okay. Anyway.
Just weird.
6 out of 10. That's all I'm giving it.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
What do you give it?
Okay, I give it a... I'm juggling in between right now because I really, really, really liked it. I don't know if I loved it.
Say it.
I'll give it an 8.
Really?
I'll give it an 8 because I still really, really liked it.
Maybe on the second viewing,
I like it more for it's confusing as shit and it's weird, and I know that I like confusing and weird when it's done right. I like it more for the acting, cinematography, everything else that it takes to make a fucking movie.
Okay, I
like it all because of that, and not just because it's weird and it's confusing and it's I also like the sound design and stuff like that. And I like the fact that it just feels like... I feel like that feels like a suspense, even though it's just this guy at his, mental capacity. It feels like he's running out of mental capacity at this point. So
I feel like
I like character studies like that. That's just me. I like character studies, and I like just going into particularly one person's mind and seeing what is wrong with this person
and how they think.
Yes, I like those movies, and I can't help myself for liking these movies. And it was consistent. I will say that it was consistent the whole time, and I was like, okay. That's cool. Right. I like that. I really like that. So, 8 out of 10 for me. It's not his best performance.
But it's not his worst.
I don't know. I keep on going between Uncut Gems and Funny People. I gotta watch Funny People again, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say about it, but I will say this. We are going to be trying to do more movies and stuff like this.
Maybe, actually, I think my favorite performance of him is Uncut Gems. Because he was playing a different, character. He was playing...
a different kind of
someone
character.
Different from himself, Yeah. And in Funny People, he's pretty much playing kind of a parody of himself as an actor. So...
oh, good Lord.
That's I think that's my favorite role that he's been in. So, yeah. Cool. So, different opinions. Which leaves us both confused at the same time.
Which is fine, because we're not going to have the same opinions for everything,
That's fine. It
gives us a chance to kind of understand ourselves a bit better.
I understand. And there's some films that are just going to be too confusing for my beans sometimes.
And that's okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out. Bye, guys.
Bye.